We have generated the white water with the emit volumes by a sphere, so we don't need these things anymore, because remember that we have got pighead crashing down and making a splash. So we want to generate the white water with the splash made by the collisions of pighead. So we want to do those things. That means we don't need this anymore. I also don't need this anymore. I'll select the white water source, and also since we have deleted that sphere custom emit volume, we don't need this extra source anymore. We want to have the white water generated with the vorticity method. Alright, so emit from vorticity, make sure that you have turned everything off, this curvature and also extra. We'll work with the emit from vorticity, and make sure if you are following along with me, I'll plus put 10 and footage. Alright, so after that, remember we have also got those things. I don't need it anymore. Press L, and also I will go inside the top white water and I will select this white water solver. And because we are going to manipulate the foam, and this foam sections is being divided into the clumping, erosions and repellents. For time being, I will just turn this 3 section off. So we will go step by step. I'll turn on the repellent. By turning on, we will be generating the foam that is something you see on a beach. I will turn it on and go to a first frame, then play. I will go to a first frame, then to a simulations. You might have wondered what are these points that are floating on the surface, and these are actually the repellent. What these particles will do is it pushes away the white water particles that are being generated, and thus creating a negative space. And you can see those behavior on the beaches when the waves rolls out. So once again, rather than talking, I think it's better that I'll show you what does that means. Alright, but first of all, let those simulations happen. I think this simulations is taking pretty much long. I'll cut the videos and see you after the simulations. I have already done the simulations and I'll show you the results what it looked like. But first of all, what I've forgotten is I'll select the top white water over here and go to a cache and make sure that your cache size is up to 50,000 before you do a simulations. Alright, you can increase more if you have got RAM, but I'll just put 50,000 for mine and do the simulations again. But remember that I've already done the simulations, and let's see what our simulations looks like. I'll go to a first frame, then see. This is the results of the repellent method, all those turned off, and you can see that here we have got some circular or a geometrical pattern going on. That is possible because the particles, a repellent that pushes away the white water, that's why it created a circular or a geometrical pattern or something that you see on the beaches. Alright, and you can also control those behavior by going inside the drop water, select the white water at the repellent. If you want to decrease or make more circular patterns, you can just decrease the size, and if you want to give more violent strain to the foam, and then you can also do those things. And noise, of course, you can also play a noise. Changing a value, then doing a simulations, making a flipbook and changing a values won't be much realistic to make a tutorial, but just go ahead and try yourself what it's do, and you can understand it more rather than I'm talking. And there is not a magic number like you put this and that will always and always work. You will be wasting your time, lots and lots of time, just to get satisfactions or the results you want. Just play ahead and you will understand those things. For time being, I'll just put it 0.1 and let's put to 0.7. I'll go to a first frame and then do a simulations. Now you see the repellence points over here are increased to a lot and lots than earlier. That means there will be the more circular patterns and the more repellence, and there will be more geometrical pattern that you often see on the webs. After the simulations, I will see you there. So here is the results of manipulated of repellents 1, 0.1 and 0.7, and let's see what it looked like. And if you notice here, I'll just put it to close, and you can see that they are the big, and here we have got the small repellents or geometrical patterns going on. That because we have modified the form of repellents. All right, you can go ahead and manipulate more, but the main thing is we have got less over here and more over here. Now the next one is I need to explain. I'll just turn the repellent off and go to the check this uneven erosion. So what this does is this method tries to keep the particles where they are grouped together, and it will slowly try to reduce or delete the particles that start to separate, and this will give you very nice and defined tendrils. In my opinion, you should always try to use this technique, all right, the erosion technique. And the main results that you need to understand over here is it will create the, I will go over here, and it will also create the tendrils like over here, but there will be the no geometrical shapes. All right now we have got some circular or a rectangular pattern going on. By the method of erosion, you won't have something like that. It will be more noisy, long, elongated tendrils. So I'll go to a first frame and then do a simulations, and then you will understand. The simulation has been done, and let me show you the end results, what it looked like. So here is the results of the erosion method. I'll go to a first frame and then do the simulations, I mean a play. And if you have noticed that we have got the elongated tendrils like going over here, you can manipulate and make more long tendrils. But you know, the main thing over here is we don't have that a circular or a rectangular geometrical patterns like you see in before over here. Alright, I'll just go to a first frame and then play. And you'll notice that we have got some geometrical pattern at the end, and we don't have that. Alright, so let's move ahead and go turn off this enable erosion, and I will go to a enable density control. So what this enable density control do is, so this method try to push the white water particles apart to avoid the particles from clumping into each other. So let's take a look at what does that do. I'll just turn it on. Make sure you disable this both. Just one method. I'll go to a first frame, then do a simulations. I have created a flick book over here. Now I'll go to, so this is the end results of the erosion method. I'll go to a first frame and then play. Now there is no tendrils like I said before. It is the big clump over there. I'll have to, in order to make you more sense, I think I'll just change the positions over here and see what it looks like. So I'll go over here and see everything at once. This one is the repellent method, and this second one is the erosion method, and third one is the density method. All right, so let's go to the first frame and then do a play. and you can see that we have got some geometrical tendrils, and here we don't have that. We have a tendrils but we don't have that geometrical patterns, and right at the last we have got some big clumping type of what do you call and at the last we have got some big clumping white water or foam. So this is the most important thing that you should understand for a foam. What I suggest you to do is you can just turn it on, do a manipulation, at least use a 2 method, or you can also use a repellent and just turn it off or mix all of them. All right, and the simulation time will take a little bit of long, but the end results you have to play a lot, and that will be very fantastic. I'll continue and see you in the next one.